After having put thousands of hours into maxing not only a normal Ironman account, but also a hardcore Ironman account, I set myself a goal to be the first person in RuneScape to max all 3 Ironman game modes. I'm now attempting to tackle one of old school's most difficult challenges, maxing an Ultimate Ironman. This is my road to maxing every Ironman mode. What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 57 of the Ultimate Ironman series. In the last one, I made myself all my Cerebrews, and I decided I wanted to start doing something where I could farm all of the seeds I got. So I went and set myself up to make some broad arrows while I do pest control. So I did briefly mention why I'm here in the last video, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about it. So each game won on the veteran boat will give you 5 points as a reward. I can't quite remember how many games you can do per hour, but I'm going to test that. So overall, if I exchange these points for prayer experience, I can expect about 40k per hour. Once I'm at the higher prayer levels, since the amount of XP you receive per point does increase as your prayer level increases. So for example, at my level of 81 prayer, I get 180 XP per point, but if I'm at like level 92, I'll be getting 252 per point. So this is super nice for fletching because all I have to do is sit at the top here and attack the monsters. And for those of you that do PC, you know you have to keep your bar up. If the bar goes all the way down and it turns red, you won't get any points at the end of the game. So once I make sure it's high enough, I can just go down here in this corner and fletch the rest of the game. Also, since I'm consistently doing tree runs, herb runs, and the allotments during this, I'm basically training 4 skills at once: prayer, fletching, farming, and herb lore. So overall, this method is super useful. Since I'm not 100% sure, like I said before, on how many games I can do per hour, I'm going to do an hour test right now, and I will see you guys back once it's over. Alright, 1 hour later, and I'm at 192 points. I started with 42, so I gained 150 points that hour. This, of course, does depend a lot on how many people are doing this, so I'm going to expect myself to get between 130 and 150. Also made almost 20,000 headless arrows. I have to do 600k total. And doing 20k per hour means I'll be here for about 30 hours. So here's the first level of the video, the 77 farming. I also went through and reset all the counters from the XP I'm going to be getting. So that's fletching, farming, and also prayer. And at this point in the video, I've already gained 100,000 farming XP. There is the first fletching level of the video, level 81. So I've gained 201,000 fletching XP just off of making the arrow shafts and headless arrows, which is really slow XP. If you see, I'm getting 15 XP drops. Once I start attaching the broad arrowheads to these, the XP drops will go from 15 to 150. So once all the headless arrows are made, the levels are gonna start going pretty freaking quick. Also up to 446 irrits from farming. I'm only 10k away from another farming level 2, and I'm 100% gonna get that from my next watermelon run. So not quite from a watermelon run. I forgot I had another tree run coming up. There is 78 farming. Also, another thing with these ewes, this is like the 16th one I think I've planted, and none of them have died, and I'm only using ultra compost. I'm not actually protecting them with cactus spines, so the death rate on these with ultra compost is pretty low. Another farming level 79. I am up to 190,000 headless arrows now, and in terms of how much farming XP I've gained so far, 420,000. That is from 3 days of farming, with a huge bulk of that XP being from the watermelons and the yew trees. But you guys wouldn't have guessed this, but I am back with another farming level, level 80. With this level, it's also going to mean I only have 1 stat under level 80 now, which is rune crafting. I only have a little over an hour left to go, though, with my headless arrows until I'm finished with them all. So finally, a non-farming update. Just finished making all of my headless arrows. 400k fletching XP gained just from those. Also, I haven't shown my points yet since I started. Let me go to the exchange thing here. So I have 2,267 points. I did say I get about 150 per hour, so I've done about 16 hours of pest control so far. That's not counting the time to do herb runs or anything. So this is a pretty decent amount of prayer XP. I'm going to wait until I have 4,000 points. That's the maximum amount of points you can possibly have at one time at pest control. So once I hit 4,000, I'll go in here and exchange them for all the XP. Next thing though, I need to go over to a Slayer Master and buy all of the broad arrowheads. My total cash stack at the moment is about 23 mil. I took 19 mil out. I'm hoping that's enough to buy all of this. So there's broad arrowhead packs, and they average 5,500 each. The more you buy, the more it goes up. And you get 100 per pack, so it'll probably end up averaging me 56 GP per broad arrowhead. I have a lot of these to buy though, so it is going to take quite a while. Okay, so I have 2.6 mil left. I have 3 million in my NMZ coffer, so I have around 5 to 6 mil GP left over from this. Now that I have all of these though, as mentioned before, my XP drops from this are going to be 150. So these levels are going to start going really fast. I'm going to try to show all of them to you guys, but they'll probably be very brief. This is going to be a really random update, but I figured I'd show it to you guys since I've never seen it done on the game before. So there's a method to filling your compost bin in the farming guild and also farming the watermelons at the same time, so you can put them right into the bin. I think it's kind of the same way this works. It's gonna be really weird, but you can farm watermelons and pick herbs at the same time. So I'm gonna try to do this. I think I can do it consistently. You pretty much have to spam click your watermelon, and right when you see the second one pop up, you have to spam click your herbs, and it should pick them. There it goes. It picks them at the same time. I don't really know how useful this is gonna be for anything. If you have a full empty inventory and you're doing allotments and herbs, I guess it's pretty useful. But still, I figured I'd show it to you guys since it's something I've never seen before. It's only been like 3 or 4 pest control games since I bought all the broad arrowheads. I was only 30k away from the level though, and with 150 XP drops, it came really quick. Another fletching level there is level 83. Back for a little something different here. My mahogany trees are all grown up. Protecting these is really annoying, so I have to pretty much just pray they grow, and they take like 3.5 days. So if they don't grow, it's a pretty big rip. Thankfully, all 3 of them did grow, and they're over 15k XP each. 15.7k, so I'm going to be getting 81 farming from this next one. Also, one more thing to mention here, I am completely out of all the U's I was using, so I switched to using maples now. But yeah, the XP from these things is freaking ridiculous. And as you guys know, I have over 200 seeds. 84 fletching, almost 1 million total XP gained so far. Well, I wasn't paying attention to that one, but if you look at my chat, level 85 fletching. There's level 86, also up to 3,400 pest control points now, so about 4 more hours and I'll be able to go and exchange all those. 82 farming, nothing much to add here, just going to continue going. 87 fletching, this game's also about to end, so I can show you guys how many points I'm up to now. So I am at 3,652 points, so a little bit over 2 more hours, and I can turn all of these in for XP. 88 fletching. Also, a quick shout out to this guy right here, Kanye off meds. Okay, about 29 hours of pest control later, and I hit the maximum of 4,000 points. So I'm gonna hit and exchange this for XP now. I did put my counter up here. I don't know how much XP I'm gonna get from it. Originally, I thought it was just 180 for all of the points, but apparently if you choose 100 points, you get a bonus from that. I do want to check how much that is. So instead of the 180 I thought I was going to get per point, I actually got 198. So from exchanging all this, I'm going to get more XP than I expected. I do have to go through this and just keep clicking 100 points. But the XP drops from these consistently is just so nice to look at. That's level 82 prayer and another 232k for the next level, so I'm definitely going to be getting that right here. Also, another thing worth mentioning, the XP doesn't go up per level, it goes up like every 3 to 4, and 82 was the next threshold, so I am now getting 217.8 XP per point. And 83 prayer, also another combat level, it's 123 before I started exchanging these. I don't have enough points on me to get another prayer level, so I am going to be stopping at 84 here. Still going to get a decent amount more, though, from the rest of the fletching I have to do. I should be able to hit 85. 89 fletching. I have 1 level left to go until I can get out of PC, which is 503,000 XP. I get 10 XP per, so it looks like I'm going to have a little bit over what I needed. I'm also 14k away from 83 farming. And I have another watermelon run coming up, and I usually get over 20k from those. So that's definitely going to be the next level I get. 83 farming, I haven't touched on this one in a while, but I also have 2,200 herbs farmed. And since these are here, it's 100 XP each, so it's 220,000 herb XP so far. I don't even know how many hours later. Level 90 fletching, I am done with pest control for now. I do still have a couple of these left, as I mentioned before. I had some extra, so I'm going to exchange the rest of these points now. I have 780 more. It's definitely enough to get me to 85 prayer. Okay, with the 85 prayer, I still have almost 200 points left, which is like another 40k prayer XP. I'm not going to be using that right now. I'm just going to save it for when I come back to pest control in the future. Don't even know how many levels I've gotten so far in this video. If I had to guess, it's easily over 20 so far. So in terms of everything else right now, I still have 39 more earts left to farm, and I also want to try to get through all my watermelon seeds. Getting through both of these, of course, will clear up another slot in my looting bag. Also the maples, just getting through all 3 of these, it'll clear up a lot of space. So I'm going to continue what I'm doing with the herb runs, the tree runs, the watermelon runs. The only difference now is going to be I'm going to go back to doing agility while I do this instead of pest control now. I am 1 level off the arty course too, so being able to unlock that will be really nice. Once again, this course is 55k XP per hour. It's going to be a lot less than that since I'm consistently doing all the runs and stuff, and each run takes me like 20 minutes, so normally this would take me like 9 hours to do, but with all the other stuff combined, it's probably going to be like 13 hours. It's been another 3.5 days, which means it was time to check my mahoganies again. Sadly, this time one of them did die. 5 out of 6 is still pretty good, though, for not like paying them at all for protection. With checking both of these, though, I'm under 40k away from the next farming level. So I've gained a total of 197,000 agility experience since I've started. Also, there's another farming level, 84. I'm up to 3 million total XP now in farming. So I am going to be ending the video here. Really quick, I do want to go through all the XP I've gained since I haven't showed them. Prayer I did show, but I didn't mention it. I got 1,000,000 XP from pest control. And in terms of the farming, I've gained almost 1.6 million XP so far. This is from, I think, 8 days total, so I'm averaging about 200k XP per day. And I still have all my palms and all my magics left to go, so once I get to those, it'll be even more. Also, 2,634 earits farmed. I only have one earet seed left, so I'm going to have to figure out which seed I want to continue farming next. Also 9,000 watermelons, so it's going pretty good. The only thing I know for sure is I want to get through as much farming stuff as I can, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully really soon.